What is going on, everybody? Welcome to RBS Cinema. Um, this is going to be a little different form of content for everybody. Um, Usually, of course, we have our podcast where we talk about movies each week. Uh, we decided to make shorter form content, talking about more specific things that we talk about each week with the movie. So for this instance, we talked about Joker this week. If you guys haven't seen it, go check it out. Be sure to leave a like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. Um, but for this one, I feel like that we're going to do a little bit different. Instead of talking about just a specific movie in general, just talk about the overall arching movies plural aspect of it. So like you had the suggestion because we did Joker of basically talking about like a tier list type format for Jokers that have been on screen.
Mm-hmm.
So
Specifically ones that have been on the screen. So voice actors,
Yeah.
while great, will not be in this discussion. It
right,
will only
like
be
Mark Hamill or other people that have voiced the Joker. I don't remember off the top of my head, but yes.
specifically ones that are actors on the screen.
Mm-hmm. Yes, 100%. So yeah, let me go on a list of Joker actors, and see who has been on screen as Joker. Of course, there's a few people that have voiced him, but of course, we're not going to talk about those people. Let's see. Television. Yeah, because there's a few people that have been portrayed. There's Cesar Romero, who was in the 1966 Batman with Adam West. Let's see. Of course, we're not going to talk about that. Oh, there's Cameron Monaghan. Monaghan. I never remember how to pronounce
I'm
people's
pretty sure he's
names.
the one that was in the Gotham.
Yeah, he was in the
show.
Gotham TV series, which is really good. But I think those are the only two that aren't in actual movies.
Those are just straight renditions in the TV shows.
Yeah. So, with that being said, do you want to start a tier list, or do you want me to start it?
You can go ahead.
Okay. Because let's see here. There's those two. There's who was it? Yeah, Cesar Romero. I was gonna say George Romero for some reason, but George Romero and Cameron Monaghan, who played as TV versions. There is also, of course, I'm gonna say Michael Keaton, but that's Batman.
Jack Nicholson.
Yeah, Jack Nicholson, who played as the '86 Batman, and then we have Heath Ledger's Joker in The Dark Knight, and then now we have Joaquin Phoenix as the Joker in Joker.
And Jared Leto.
Yeah, and Jared Leto as Joker in Suicide Squad. Definitely, Jared Leto is my favorite, for sure. No, he's not. He's terrible.
Okay, please. I was like, I might have to end this abruptly because he's easily.
Just walk off. It's like, you know what, screw this. No,
Yeah.
he's definitely bottom tier for sure.
That's D tier.
Um,
Hands down.
I feel like, I don't know, it's kind of tough for my top. Okay, I'll start from bottom going to top.
So we're doing S tier as well, right? S, A, B, C, and D.
I feel like, yeah. But I'm just going up in ranking.
Got it.
But yeah, definitely Jared Leto's is bottom tier. And
Damaged goods.
yeah, Damaged Goods. God, such a bad portrayal. I don't know, cause it's been forever since I've seen Gotham. I want to go back and rewatch it because I didn't watch it all the way through. But for the stuff that I did see for Cameron Monaghan, he did a really good portrayal of two different iterations of the Joker, because he played two different versions of Joker in the series.
Mm-hmm.
Because they were twins, so they had both, which he was Jerome and Jeremiah Valeska. So, yeah, I don't know. I feel like that for my tier list, it would have to be Cesar Romero, and then because of Cameron Monaghan, he did 2 different portrayals of Joker that were completely different.
He had range.
Yeah, he had 2 different ranges, and then I don't know, honestly.
For that reason alone, I almost have to put him in B tier. Because
Cameron?
For Cameron, because what he was trying to portray and what in the initial and then what became the character later on in the show, he was able to do that pretty flawlessly, in my opinion, when it came to the delivery. And that, I feel like that definitely has to put him in the more upper echelons. Definitely not the top, but I feel like, you know, if he wasn't able to do that, that might be more of a C or D tier. But because he was able to do that, I think I have to put him in the B.
Yeah, for sure.
He's a solid B for me.
Yeah, because then you've also got Joaquin Phoenix's Joker, who had the deliverance of Joker, but not the way that we've always known him to be, like Joker specifically character, because like Heath Ledger's is like above and beyond, but then you've also got I don't know why. People just keep popping into my head like Nicolas Cage, and I'm like, what the hell? He was a Joker. But he probably would have been a great Joker in the 90s, though. Like, I want to take his face off. Like, I feel like that would have been great. And I don't know. Jack Nicholson, that's what I was trying to think of. I don't know, like, the nostalgia factor of Jack Nicholson to be the Joker, because he was the first movie Joker besides Cesar Romero, but then later on they made the Batman movie. So, but again, that it wasn't a specific movie, it was more based about the TV series. So, it's like first on screen, probably Cesar Romero, but first movie adaptation of the Joker was Jack Nicholson. So, but I don't know. It's definitely for me. S tier is borderline Heath Ledger and Jack Nicholson.
He's an A.
Because, like I said, Jack Nicholson has the range, but Heath Ledger like blew it out of the water and cranked it up to 11.
Can we just put Heath where he belongs? He's totally top
he's
tier
top
S.
tier. Yeah, 100%.
Top tier S.
Yeah, 100%.
He was able to portray the Joker in ways that nobody thought was actually possible to put on a screen.
Yeah, 100%.
To the point where the actors were scared of him when he was recording. Like,
yeah,
he's S. Like, we're not even gonna mess with Heath Ledger. He's a total S.
Not at all. But yeah, definitely top tier for sure. But like I said, I was trying to determine on if Jack Nicholson's portrayal should be on par with that, but I don't think so. It's one step below.
He's right at A for me.
Yeah.
It was kind of a discussion of whether he's right there with Cameron on B.
Yeah.
But I think Cameron's pretty solid at B. Jack's was really good too, especially for the time frame when it came out. I mean, because up to that point, really, the identity of Joker was Caesar.
Yeah.
It was Caesar, and it wasn't so much that people didn't believe that you could top Caesar, that there just wasn't anything else at that time.
Oh, 100%. Plus, like, for Cesar Romero, for his Joker, he wasn't really, like, crazy. He just, like, would tell slapstick jokes.
He was absolute zany character type.
And, like, that's how they were, because comics weren't serious like they are now. They were more cartoonish and stuff, and that's what they were going for with the 1966 Batman. It was just more of a cartoon live action.
I'm gonna get you, Batman.
Yeah. And then, of course, like then you've got these now more serious characters and more serious comics and especially more serious actors to where it fits the bill, and now it's just become more synonymous with the Joker just being crazy instead of zany and slapsticky.
Actually a scary individual.
Yeah.
And Jack Nicholson's version was the first one to really show the true crazy side.
Yeah.
The scary side.
Yeah, 100%.
With the laughing gas and all that stuff. So
Yep.
that's why I have to put him, for that factor alone, I'll put him in the A.
Yeah.
I think he's a solid A right behind Heath.
Yeah. Definitely Heath Ledger is like top tier. Jared Leto tried. You can say that he tried, but like the whole thing with Jared Leto is that like he tried to encapsulate Joker, but even for that movie, I feel like that what they should have done was just like go for the Assault on Arkham animated movie, because that was a perfect portrayal of what they were trying to do for the Suicide Squad. Because I don't know if you've seen that movie. It's on Max, I think.
I've heard of it, but I haven't seen it.
It's a really good animated movie. It's one of my favorites. Because like the Suicide Squad are trying to take down the Joker in Arkham Asylum, and then Batman shows up and he's also trying to take down the Joker, but then finds out that all the rest of the Suicide Squad members are there, and then he just like tries to take them down as a bonus. So, and it kind of feels like that it's a Batman Arkham game too, because that was around the time that the Arkham games were coming out, and it's just like, oh man, this is really cool. But yeah, like I feel like that's what Jared Leto was trying to do, but they left so much stuff out too.
He was just a violent character with no
reason.
He was just violent for violence sake, and
Yep.
the true best versions of Joker aren't just violent for no reason.
No, and like
It was a vehicle for what got him what he wanted, versus Joker had no setup.
yeah,
Joker just was the Joker. He just did what he felt.
yeah, like I said, if they would have David Ayer, if he would have gotten the direction to actually make it more like that movie of Assault on Arkham, that would have been awesome.
It would have been up for more of a discussion. I think.
Yeah, because then they of course they could have expanded on that movie too, because like the movie's maybe like an hour, if that, maybe a little bit more, but you could definitely expand it for like 2 hours, if anything, or like an hour and 45 minutes, and expand on the Suicide Squad aspect of it, get the character development going, especially with like general audiences where they don't know a whole lot about these characters. It's like, okay, like let's bring these characters into a light and then make it good. But there is a David Ayer cut of the movie, and people want it, as well as myself. So it's like, we know that there was stuff that was left on the cutting room floor. Where is it? Because
Where's the fat?
this movie would have been so much better if they would have came out with that movie, like the way that it was intentionally supposed to be, without WB executives coming in and going like, no, cut around all this stuff. Like people still just like the Zack Snyder cut. People wanted the Zack Snyder cut of Justice League, which made it even better. Granted, it's 4 hours long. Did it need to be 4 hours long? No, but still had his vision, and that's what was great about it. But versus the Josh Whedon one, like it wasn't great. It was like 2 hours of blah. So,
Blah.
but otherwise, no. Like definitely, Jared Leto's Joker was not great, and especially hearing about all the stuff that he did with his cast and crew and stuff, like wasn't great either. Because it's like he was the Joker on and off the set. Like he gave all of his co-stars like presents, like quote unquote presents, and it was just like mousetraps or like bugs or spiders or something like that. I think that Margot Robbie got like a dead mouse or a rat in a box or something like that. I can't remember, but yeah, no, hit the mic. But no, definitely he took it one step too far, and it wasn't a good step. So, but
Yeah.
no, trash Joker. Probably shouldn't even be on the list, but honestly, I
You
don't
just
know.
have to put him somewhere, so D tier it is.
Yeah, D tier, F tier,
And for Caesar,
below the tier.
is the only one I think I haven't done yet. I mean,
Yeah, I haven't seen the 1966 Batman.
I've seen snippets, but for me, I mean, for what I've seen, I mean, it's probably C tier. It's kind of like it's not terrible, it's not great. They weren't really
It's
going.
just like
it wasn't really an aim.
it's just
for
like
him.
the basis of where you should go for the Joker.
Yeah,
but
like bare minimum, he
doing
needs
your
the
own
zaniness.
portrayal of it.
Like
Yeah.
he needs the zaniness, the jokey side.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Every good version of the Joker has that side.
Yeah.
Where even some audiences could be there laughing with him, even in that moment. It's
Mhm.
like, okay, he's just nuts. I like it.
Like that's my biggest thing. But yeah, definitely Cesar Romero is definitely C tier. B tier is Cameron.
A.B.
And
Jack.
then A. Well, not even like. Yeah, A is like Jack, and then S is Heath.
Really hit every single one. That doesn't happen too often.
No, and like
They're pretty well spaced out.
because like you can. Oh, and then there's also Joaquin Phoenix that we forgot about too. I feel like that he's B tier.
He's B. He's right ahead of Cameron.
Because like he did his own portrayal of the Joker, which was great. Because throughout the whole movie, and again, go check out our episode on the Joker on the actual podcast. But even for his portrayal, like he did a really good job for it, for what he was going for, because it was a more in-depth, down-to-earth character, and then throughout the whole movie, it just escalated to him becoming the Joker.
Yeah, it was a process, and it wasn't so like there was violence.
Yeah, but it was like
but it was
it
controlled.
was warranted.
Yeah,
violence.
it was in a controlled environment. It wasn't really so much out in the public yet, like the other Jokers really had.
Yeah, it's not just him walking into a room, cracking a joke, and then just killing a bunch of people.
He wasn't truly leading anybody yet.
Yeah, he started a movement without even realizing that he was starting something up until like the news started coming out, and he goes like, you know what, I think I am actually doing good for the city. So, I don't know.
Yeah. Pretty solid.
But, yeah, I'd definitely say pretty solid list for Jokers for sure. So, yeah. Anything else about Joker or like DC stuff that you want to talk about for this?
Not off the top of my head. I think we pretty much hit almost everything we needed to talk about with all the characters and
Okay.
how they were portrayed.
This just popped into my head. So because they are coming out with a new Batman movie, well, not just one but two, do you think that they will do a new Joker? Because I know that in the Batman, they had a Joker deleted scene in it, but which I don't remember the actor's name.
I mean, if they're gonna do another Joker, well, they're gonna just drop him onto the scene.
Yeah, here it is. It's Barry Keoghan. I believe that's how you pronounce his last name. But yeah, it was the deleted scene from the Batman where he was the Joker, which I really can't classify him to be on this list because we didn't really see a whole lot because, you know, it was a deleted scene in that movie, so he wasn't even on screen, like in the theater. So you can't really, and it's just them talking. That's all that it is. And you barely see him as it is either. But with that, like you can't even really consider him on the list either. But I don't know if they're gonna put him as the main villain in the Batman movie coming out in 2026 now. But I know that for James Gunn's Batman, I don't know, like, I don't think they said anything about like a villain or anything like that. Because like they just pushed it now on the shelf for right now.
It could also be intentional.
It could be intentional, yes.
Mm-hmm.
So, but if they were to actually do this, like, and it's going to be potentially Batman Brave and the Bold, because in Brave and the Bold, he has a huge slew of characters that aren't just the Joker. But do you think that they should go forward with making the Joker as the main villain, or somebody else, or a combination of different villains?
Because the Batman is more of a younger version of the Batman, I feel like the Joker is also building up his notoriety at the same exact time, meaning he's not as big as he will eventually become. So for that reason alone, off of that logic I'm using, I would have to say it would be more of a smaller time Joker. It would not be the Joker that he might be making some moves that lead to him becoming bigger, but I don't see it something like he's the main honcho yet. It's more of a build up of him.
Yeah.
And if they do him, they might have to do more than just one movie with him. That's kind of where my mind's going. Is that once you go to the Joker, you can't really just have like an instance of the Joker. The Joker is the paradigm of Joker completely encapsulates Batman in almost every version that Batman and Joker interact in.
Yeah, because
it always comes back to him.
Yeah, because it seems like that the Joker was the first villain that he fought and he put away in Arkham Asylum for the Batman.
But he keeps coming back.
Yeah, and then so it's potential that in the sequel they could have the Joker be in it, but they also talked about more about like maybe the Penguin being a bigger role. It's like I haven't seen the series yet, but and maybe Clayface. I don't know. I can't remember what all the rumors were that they were potentially making supervillains for, but I don't remember off the top of my head.
Penguins make sense because Penguin's all about just the underworld connections in general.
Yes, and they can't do. Well, I don't want to say they can't do. They can do it.
That's Colin Farrell, right?
Yeah, Colin Farrell. Yeah,
it's a great costume.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Costume designers for him are top tier.
If you cannot recognize the actor, you've done a great job.
Mm-hmm.
Like that's how great of a job that you can do is like having a full face of makeup to where you're unrecognizable. Like when he got on set as the Penguin, people were like, "Who is this guy? Like, what are you doing here?" And he would be like, "It's me, it's Colin." They're like, "No, it's not." And they're like, and he goes like, "Yeah, it's me, it's Colin." And they're like, "Holy shit, it is you!" So,
yeah.
like they would see it in his eyes, and he goes like, "Holy shit, it is you!" And he goes like, "Yeah, I know, it's pretty unrecognizable." So, like when you have your own people on set question who you are,
who the hell are you?
Yeah, and it's just like, yeah, that's how you know that you've done a great job. And just him portraying as the Penguin is also the like top tier as well.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I want to get your insight about like the new Batman movies coming out in the next few years.
Unfortunately, we just don't got enough details at this moment.
No, not at all.
We probably won't until the whole world knows.
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, I'm always kind of in the loop for just movie stuff in general. So whether that be on TikTok or just also other social media like Facebook or anything like that. So, but yeah, otherwise this has been our tier list of the Joker. Decided to make this into a shorter segment of videos that we'll do after each week of doing movie episodes. So let us know what you guys think about this. If you guys have any other suggestions, put this in the comment section below. Again, be sure to subscribe to the channel. Be sure to like, share this with other people that you think that might enjoy a couple of knuckleheads talking about movies each week. And also be sure to follow us on Spotify, and also like us and subscribe to TikTok and Instagram. That's where we'll be posting clips and other fun stuff on there about the podcast. But otherwise, yeah, we'll see you guys next week. So,
peace.